Ladies and gentlemen,
the all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now, introducing the legendary Drone Yo. We talk sports, we talk news, inform you who win or lose. It's 2Dawgs, Drone and Yo. We're about to start the show. Talk sports then. 2 Dogs, sports talk show. 2 Dogs, sports talk show. 2 Dogs, sports talk show. 2 Dogs, sports talk show.
What's up? It's the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show coming at you this Tuesday afternoon in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's feeling good. It's sunny. It's warm. It's not freezing cold. Lord, it's a good day in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's been going on here with Drone and Yo on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show? We got a big show for you today. We have former Green Bay Packer Donald Driver will be on the show today.
yeah,
And we also have the CEO of Driving Flag Football, Mr. Reggie Osborne. He's one of the partners of Donald Driver. We have the flag football team here for youngsters. It was started by Donald Driver. It's called NFL Driving Flag Football. But what's been going on, man?
not a whole lot, man. With sports dying down, and all we have is hoop. The weekends get kind of stagnant.
It kind of stale, don't it?
Yeah,
It got kind of stale.
Yeah, cause I watched the Tyson Fury fight that came on at 3:00 in the afternoon because like 6-7 hours before us, and I watched that debacle, and then he retires.
Yeah, man. I seen that. To me, I watched the fight too, and the hit don't even like he even contact with him.
Right.
It's like more he pushed him.
Push.
A phantom punch, and he pushed him down. And the old dude said, "Okay, let me go ahead and take this check, and I'm gonna just lay down for the rest of the fight."
Well, he got
40. Fury got 40 million.
Yeah, plus a $4 million bonus
For the knockout.
Yeah, $4 million.
Yeah, man, that don't that sounds.
Now he wants Wilder to go after his belt. How you gonna choose the person to go after your belt?
Well, we ain't heard from Wilder in a minute, so
probably because Wilder's in the gym.
Yeah,
getting ready.
Yeah.
Because in the boxing world, you can't be trying to get ready. You got to stay ready.
Yeah, that's true. So what else? What you do this weekend? What's your fat story this week?
Well, Sunday, I went on and fired up the old grill.
Okay. Oh, you got it smoking. Got it ready.
Yeah. So I had to get fat on barbecue for the first time, and like a true Wilson, she liked it. And I have a whole 10-minute video of her eating barbecue.
Oh, how many times have you watched it already?
7. Because, if you're a true Wilson, we eat barbecue. So I had to get her on there. And plus her birthday is around the corner. She'll be 1 May the 6th. And she has a little birthday party. I don't know if we're gonna do barbecue, but I had to go and get her acclimated to what barbecue was. So she had some smoked chicken. She had a little bit of sausage. I didn't get it. I didn't do bologna this time. I'm gonna do that Memorial Day. So Memorial Day, she'll get on this old barbecue bologna. And
Okay.
but yeah, she liked it. I was very impressed that she ate it and wanted more. She loved the chicken wing.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They like chewing on. They like chewing on their little chicken wings and
Yeah,
everything.
especially when they got teeth.
Yes. Yeah. So this week I didn't really do too much this week. The wife was gone out of town all week. So
Yeah,
it was
so
just,
you
it was
was
just
free.
me and my son. So I watched a lot of was able to watch a lot of basketball and sports. And then Sunday, my son's birthday, one of my son's birthdays. So we went and we had a little cake and ice cream and some chicken, and everything.
Okay.
And my grandchildren there. So I always enjoy my grandchildren. But
Yeah.
then my granddaughter, she come over there. I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about. She said she was talking about a toy. I'm like, toy? What you talking about, a toy? Then she said, I need money for a toy. I said, okay, your mama done sent your mama in the background. Didn't I say, yeah, I know you did. You sent her over here. So my name, I said, okay, wait, I'll give you some money when I leave. She said, okay. She said, I get money. So, so I gave her some, when I left, I let her know, I said, I'm supposed to go outside, I'm supposed to give your mama your money. And come, and she gonna bring it back. So I had to give her. She said, "Okay, pop," and went and got the money for her and everything.
How much was the toy?
I don't know. I wasn't fit to buy no toy.
Oh.
I gave her $5.
Oh,
because
okay.
it's three of them. So I gave two $5 and the other one $2. The little bitty baby $2. So no telling how much they got in their piggy bank. Because my other grandchildren, when I give them money, that's where it straight go in the piggy bank.
Okay.
So it was cool. She charging her daddy and them to go outside and play with her brother, because they told her yesterday told her to go outside and play with her brother. She said, "I'll pass." and then they asked her, said, "Okay," but she said, "You got to pay me." Now she only 3, and she didn't say she got to get paid $1. She said she want 5.
Capitalism at 3 years old.
At 3, $5
to go watch.
Go outside to play with her little brother. There's 1.
$5.
No, 2. Yeah, $5. $5.
Wow. So what she gonna? So what her lemonade stand gonna be when she get a lemonade stand? $10?
It might be. It might be. You never know about these children nowadays, man. It might just be $10.
Well, she gonna be like, well, cause of inflation.
Yeah. Don't even know what inflation is, but she gonna make up a word. Yeah. This is the same one that got her little brother calling her Alouette and him only answering to the name of Gecko. The same one. Same one.
I like her.
They're a mess, man. I can sit there and watch all my grandchildren and just, with the parents there. You know, because I got a lot of them. It's 6 or 7 of them. I lose count sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can sit there and just watch them interact with their parents all day and just enjoy it and just laugh, because it's so funny, man. It is just pure D. Hilarious. Yeah, just pure D hilarious, man. I'll be like, man, this is crazy. But we got a big show today. Yeah. Like I said earlier, we got Donald Driver on the show. We're gonna talk some NBA basketball. Sweet. We talking a lot of stuff. So make sure y'all come back. Donald Driver will be on at the bottom of the hour. But when we get back, we're gonna start talking NBA basketball playoffs, because y'all know it's a lot that has went down. And we're going to talk about it here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
Yeah. Covered in the blood. Yeah. The blood of Jesus. Look at it. Yeah. Sign through. You see the drip? Shine it through the drip. You wanna know how to get it? Come on. I woke up this morning blessed, giving God all the glory. Yes, a saved sinner saved by the best. An open casket, resurrected fresh to death.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Sickle cell disease is the #1 genetic blood disorder in the world that can cause many health complications throughout an individual's life. Over 1,700 people in Oklahoma live with the daily challenges of sickle cell disease. Thousands more carry the sickle cell trait.
Supporters of Family with Sickle Cell Disease. It's an exclusive, comprehensive organization that serves Oklahoma's sickle cell community. Our mission is to effect systematic change in the areas of patient care, education, advocacy, and awareness, and to improve the quality of life for sickle cell patients and their families.
Supporters of Families offers programs such as mentoring, advocacy and family support, sickle cell camp, and much more.
We have 2 offices, one in Tulsa, one in Oklahoma City. You also can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then for more information, you can call 918-619-6174 or go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Shop at Oasis.
Come on. My name is AJ. Come shop at Oasis Fresh Market, 1725 North Peoria, where we want people to be seen, safe, and heard. And how do we do that? That's through you. This is your neighborhood grocery store. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. We are also helping with utility assistance. You need help with your rent. You need help with your gas, water, electric. We got you. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. More than just groceries, equipping for life. Shop at Oasis, baby.
Shop at Oasis.
The Food on the Move Mobile Food Initiative is a collaboration to mobilize good quality food into hard-to-reach economically challenged areas. Meet us every Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Greenwood in the OSU Tulsa parking lot. For more details, give us a call at 918-928-6653 or go to our website at www.foodonthemoveok.com.
Hey everybody, this is Bobby Eaton of Eaton Media Services, located at 1533 North Norfolk, home of KBOB 99 FM. Also, we're taking donations for the community radio station. You can donate by going to Cash App Eaton Media Services, or you can call and contact us at 832-443-9499. Again, that number is 832-443-9499. Looking forward to hearing from you from our community radio station. And our motto is, we tell our stories our way.
I'm from the middle of the map. We adapting. keep pushing. Slim toss me a beat. I'm like, good looking. I done slept in the hood from Watts to Brooklyn. Kingdom wild beast locked inside the lion. Did my pearly tooth versus a wild fang. Playing chicken with a daredevil who won't switch lanes. I go against the grain in a world that's insane. Worshiping spirit and truth, no propane flame. Ignite the nitro like a pyro. Extra cabbie by my father's beers.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. John here with Droning Yo. All right, we're going to talk some NBA basketball. We're going to start with I know y'all like, are they going to talk about the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets for now? We're going to save it for later because we got Donald Driver come on in a couple of minutes and Mr. Reggie Osborne. We need time with that game right there. We need time because that game gonna take time. There's a lot to break down and talk about with that game. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the Pelicans and the Suns tonight. Game 5 of the Pelicans Suns in Phoenix. It has been a very interesting series.
Yes, it has.
Like we were saying off the air, I didn't think them without
Booker
was gonna make that big a difference. I know it was gonna make some difference, but I thought they had enough talent to push through New Orleans. But Green, Coach Green got them boys playing.
Yes.
What say y'all?
Yeah, I'm very impressed with. Well, I knew McCollum could hoop, but Ingram with his long self is showing that he's actually becoming a superstar.
You want to know what Ingram remind me of? What's that TV show? I think it was the Harlem Globetrotters or something. But they had the basketball player. He was a rope.
Yeah,
he can hoop. That's what Ingram remind me of. He just a skinny. Ingram's skinnier than KD.
Yeah.
And KD's small.
Yeah, but Brandon Ingram looked fragile, but he can hoop. I give it to him. The young brother can hoop.
Well, you know when he came out, the reason why the Lakers picked him up, they was looking for him to be one of the top. They looked at him as one of the top players to come out of college.
Okay.
He just had a slow start with the Lakers because, one, they didn't have no coach worth anything.
Yeah.
They didn't have no players worth anything.
True.
And it was just him and Alonzo. And then when LeBron came, he played with Ingram that 1 year. And Ingram then was starting to come
into his
own.
Yeah.
But they didn't want him. They moved him on. And now he had New Orleans doing what everybody already thought
he could
do.
Yeah.
And right now now one thing I will say, he will go in those lows where he can't hit a side of a barn. But for the most part, Ingram been about. To me, they gave most improved player to Ja. I don't think Ja should have been most improved player. I look at Ingram, Bane, old boy from Charlotte.
Ball?
No, not Ball. Oh Lord, his name. I can see his face, but his name just slipped from my memory. Bridges.
Okay.
They should have been in the running for most improved player.
Okay.
Now, Ja was already listed as a star player.
Yeah.
But those players, they average went up astronomical. Bridges with his play this year gained him probably an extra 15, 20 million.
Yeah, I can see that. So
you look at what Ingram is doing and what they're a bunch of corn huskers.
Yeah.
That's what the New Orleans Pelicans is. They're a bunch of corn huskers, and they're young. They the AAU team of the NBA.
Okay.
And they're gonna go at you, and they can run, and they can scrap for game after game. They don't get real tired.
True.
And they going nonstop. And right now, they just out hustling Phoenix. They are literally out hustling Phoenix.
And you said off the air, you don't think Zion is gonna fit in this group?
No, I don't think he can. And we talked about this all in the room last night, sports talk show on TAN TV, on Monday nights, 9:30. We talked about this, and we didn't make no punt, saying he can't fit. We wasn't talking about his weight, but we just saying that I just don't think he fits in this group and the style and the chemistry that they have. If it was me, I'd trade Zion, get some picks, and get a player.
Okay.
Someone that I can plug into this nucleus of what we have. Maybe another big man, a stretch five. Yeah. Someone that can that's willing to play in the post, but also it can pop, but also it can run the floor.
Yeah.
We don't know if Zion can really run the floor.
No.
Can he corn hustle? Now, will he slow the ball down when he come into the rotation? We don't know.
No.
And right now they got that ball moving.
Yeah.
Zion more when he was there was more of a get the ball, shuffle, hold the ball, then they go.
Yeah. Well, the Thunder are taking.
I don't know, because he ain't no foreigner. Hey, man, I'm just being real with it. I don't know, because he come from America,
Yeah.
Presti sometimes he get caught up in getting. I know we got a whole bunch of picks that can't even play because they locked up overseas somewhere. Not locked up literally, but I'm talking about locked up play wise, where they can't come and play. I'm glad that Giddey can play.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But it seems like Giddey need to get in the weight room. He need to get in the weight room.
Well, it's just his first year in the league. They'll get him right.
Yeah,
they'll get him right.
They need to get him on some beans and cornbread diet.
So do you think the Suns say if the Suns lose tonight, is the series over? Will they win the series?
I'm gonna say yes, but it's gonna be by the hair of their chin. I think CP3 is gonna have enough magic left in the tank to eke this one out. But
so you said, hold on. So you saying if the Suns lose tonight and the Pelicans win,
they're gonna
go to New Orleans
and win one, and then come back to Phoenix and win one.
And you saying CP3 can do that?
Yes.
Okay.
He better, cause this is their year to do it. And if they lose first round to the Pelicans, what does that say about the Suns? That there was this one man?
Hey, I tell anybody, when you're dealing with basketball, it's not like football.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with basketball, one player can change a whole team. That's why in basketball, draft picks
matter.
Yeah. Because you only got 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And one player can change your whole franchise.
True.
Look at the Chicago Bulls. And I know people want to say, well, Jordan didn't do nothing until he got Pippen and this and that and that and this. I hear you. But what was the Chicago Bulls before Jordan?
A mediocre team.
And they was picking in the first 3 picks for a reason.
Because they was losing.
It wasn't because of a trade.
No. It's because they were losing.
And one player
changed their franchise.
Changed the whole franchise.
Yep. Made them must see TV.
And that's the difference between basketball. Basketball, one player can change a whole franchise. So, that's why I say I understood Booker was a big vital part, but I thought they had enough players plus CP3 being healthy and coming back to
going to handle business.
business.
Yeah. But the Pelicans have showed us that, hey, bro, We ain't no pushovers. We here to play. We ain't here to be a box score.
Yeah, and like I said, they got some of those scrappers that just get on your nerves, that just make you want to just chunk them somewhere.
But you kind of need that. This playoff basketball, you kind of need those kind of guys. Those guys that won't quit, who, whatever the score is, they still gonna play. We see that in this series. We also see it in the Memphis and Minnesota. Because I thought that series should have been over with, but Minnesota ain't just they just don't lay down.
Well, you got two young squads. Both squad. We talked about it last night on In the Room, 10 TV, every Monday, 9:30 p.m. We talked about it on how you got two young squads that is whoever gonna make the least stupidest mistakes is gonna win.
Yeah.
You look at Minnesota. Pat is makes a big difference on that squad.
Yes.
People say, "Well, Patrick Beverly he ain't doing." No. You gotta understand. Patrick Beverly brings a tenacity. He brings
a scrappiness.
He brings veteranism to that squad that they feed off of. Watch how Memphis go. If Patrick Beverly is not being that pit bull dog pound, Memphis low is low. But if Patrick Beverly come out and he's scrapping and you in for a dog fight.
Yeah.
They right now they're going according to how Patrick Beverly go. And people say it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, I don't understand how you up 26 and let Memphis come back and win the ball game.
Because the coach didn't call time. The coach didn't do nothing to stop that momentum. He let the momentum keep going and didn't call a timeout. And when you give young people, see that's why you got two young teams.
Uh-huh.
And when you give young people energy, and you don't do nothing to kill that energy,
or the momentum.
Yeah, they're gonna take over and they're gonna run with it, and that's what happened. Minnesota coach didn't do anything to kill that energy. And once Ja them started going and Bain them started going and Brooks and Jackson, it was all she wrote. Because if you notice, they not playing the big boy.
No, they're not.
And so they playing a lot of young cats. And when they start going, they going.
But Ja is the engine that makes everything go. Because once he gets the ball in his hands, bro, it's kind of hard to stop him from getting out the paint.
All right, hey Reggie, we're gonna bring you in right after we do this commercial.
Oh, okay, no problem. Drive, you're ready to walk in, so you're good.
Okay, I'm put you on mute.
Okay.
And it's really good to see the young talent, see the younger teams, because we don't get to see a lot of Memphis. We don't get to see a lot of Minnesota day in and day out. So it's good that we get to see these teams and get to know what they're like and see what what Anthony, what's his last name? The dude from Georgia that played for Minnesota. Edwards. He's a ball player.
Yeah, he is. He is.
A ball player.
He's a ball player. But we're gonna come right back after this mess. When we come back, we're gonna have our special guest, former Green Bay Packer Donald Driver, and also the head man for the driving NFL flag football, Mr. Reggie Osborne. They will be on the air here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show when we get back right after these breaks.
We adapt and keep pushing. Slim toss me a beat. I'm like good looking. I done slept in the hood from Watts to Brooklyn. Kingdom wild beast locked inside the lines. Did my pearly tooth versus a wild fang. Playing chicken with a daredevil.
P&J Publishing Incorporated announces a new book release, The Entrepreneurial Woman. The World is Your Playground by Angela K. Chambers, MES. Available right now for pre-order at payhip.com/B/NB The book release is set to hit June 1st, 2020. If you're ready to publish your book, visit us online at www.pnjpublishing.com. Unleash that book that's inside of you with P&J Publishing.
Everybody's talking about you and her together.
Searching for ways to grow your business? Or perhaps you would like to invest in Tulsa's African American community? The Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start. The Chamber was created to serve and increase the visibility of needs in our community. It is an umbrella organization for local businesses, the Tulsa Juneteenth Festival, BWS for Black Women in Business, and the Grassroots Economic Development Fund known as BWS The Power Group. For more information about the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce or to donate to the Power Group, visit bwschamber.com.
Did you know that sickle cell disease affects people from all races and ethnicities? Sickle cell disease can look like you, and sickle cell disease can look like me. You could carry the sickle cell trait and never even know it. The state of Oklahoma and the supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease Incorporated are invested in educating Oklahomans about sickle cell disease and other inherited blood disorders and traits. For more information, visit us at www.oksickleinfo.org.
Don't get this song twisted. All glory to God. I can do nothing by myself. I can only brag on what he's done in my life. Hop out the bed, my wife still sleep. Slapping the track on a Mac 11 beats. This is a missile, hit heat seek. Incoming, about to hit the streets. Giving all I got, you know. It ain't no stop. Just
welcome back to 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
Nothing is
Here on KBOP 89.9 FM. All right, we just to have our special guest come on.
We're going to charge for the block.
Mr. Donald Driver and Mr. Reggie Osborne. You're on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. How y'all doing today?
You're doing good, man.
Now, I need y'all to talk one at a time so I can tell the voice. Let me hear your voice, Reggie.
You got me?
Okay, Donald, let me hear yours so I know. Try to figure out who I'm talking to.
Man, y'all with that foolishness.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the first of all about the how y'all doing today. First of all, let's find out how y'all doing. We want to know how y'all doing today with this fabulous weather y'all have in Texas.
Hey man, we can't complain. It's a little hot. It was cool this morning, but got hot real quick.
Hey, it's hot up here. It's like 77 degrees. I think later on this week it's supposed to be like 81.
Yeah.
So, hey, but I take this over cold weather any day.
Oh, y'all call 70 degrees hot? Oh, yeah, you can tell y'all from Oklahoma.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the NFL Driving Flag Football League. What made you all start this league?
Well, I guess this is Donald. I guess I'll start off by saying it was really, if it wasn't outfitted, if it wasn't for NFL Flag reaching out, Rainy Sports reaching out to us with a concept that I thought was unique and different, right? So for me, it was all about girls. It had nothing to do with boys. My son is, I have an older son that's 18. He's getting ready to go to Penn State. But I have two daughters. I have a 16-year-old and a 10-year-old. And so my concept was, how do we make a change in the community that we serve by allowing our girls to play the sport that every young man grew up playing, but now we have a future out of it where girls can't. And so when RCX decided that they was bringing NFL flag back, and they was giving girls an opportunity to get a scholarship to go to junior college or NAIA schools, it was a great opportunity for me to jump on board, because now my daughters not just have an opportunity in the sport that they know that they have a right to play in the college level, but now they can play a sport that their dad played for a very long time.
Okay, Reggie, what made you sign up with Donald on this endeavor?
You know what, man? We had talked about some stuff, and like you said, we had talked about Oklahoma because my wife is actually from Oklahoma, from Tulsa.
Oh yeah, all right. Let's get Tulsa a hand. There you go.
so we Brad came to me. He said, "Hey man," he said, "Are you serious about doing Oklahoma?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, show me what you got." And from that point forward, man, it was probably about a 24-hour turn, and we were already talking to Karen Gilbert from Tulsa Crime Stoppers. And next thing you know, we had Chief Franklin, TPD, and Chief Mike Baker with Fire, and it's been going ever since, man.
Now, was it an emphasis that you made sure that the Tulsa Police Department, Tulsa Fire Department, especially with everything going on around in other states and cities, was it an emphasis that you had those organizations involved?
It was. I think Karen Gilbert made it all possible with Crime Stoppers. We really wanted the police department and fire department to be ingrained in the community. And as you know, everything that was going on for the last year and a half has just been it's been terrible, right? And so we wanted to make sure that people understand that there's bad cops out there, but there's a lot more good cops than bad cops, right? And so we just wanted to bring it to full force that the community needs to come together. These are guys that's out there protecting and serving you and protecting you every single day. And so why not give these young men and these women an opportunity to have an impact in the community that they serve? So yeah, it was the number one goal, and that's what you got to take your hat off to the fire department, police department, because they stepped up to the table.
Now, did you all get any pushback from parents or any pushback from some of the children, especially when they learned that police officers and fire department is involved? Did y'all get any pushback from them?
I think this is the thing that we really got pushback from the community was people have promised things in the community but never delivered. That was the number one goal. That's the one thing that we got complaints about is that I wasn't from Tulsa. I'm a kid from the inner city of Houston, Texas, and people said, "Why are you bringing this to Tulsa?" And I said, "Because I want to bring something to the community that needs it." And so the community embraced it, and they wanted to make sure that it was going to happen. And we had a short turnaround. We had 2.5 weeks to kick this whole entire NFL flag league off. And Driven kicked it off fast with a great, like I said, if it wasn't for, and I have to take my hat off to Bank Oklahoma, because this would not be possible without them. They stepped up to the plate and sponsored the first 500 kids in Tulsa to play this game. And so from there, the Donald Driver Foundation stepped up and sponsored the other 500 kids. And so we were able to have 1,000 kids from the jump that could have played this game for free. And that's what you have to do. So you have to show the community that you care, because the community don't care how much you know unless they know you care about it. And we made sure that they knew that we cared first.
Now, I know you say it's the NFL driving flag football. How invested is the NFL in this endeavor?
The NFL has stepped up to the table. I think now with the NFL realizing that there's an opportunity for young women to play this sport on that type of level, you can't go wrong, right? And so for me, again, the reason why I started is to get girls an opportunity to get a scholarship to go to college. I mean, that's the number one goal here, and get back to playing the game that we all love. This game has stepped away from the game a long time, and parents were so worried about concussions and didn't want their kid to play. And now we're going back to the full force where we all learn how to play this game, right? And then once you start doing that, you just get the fundamentals of the game back. And so it's exciting. We're excited. The NFL stepped up to the table. I think all 32 teams will be having their own NFL flag league, but it's so many guys, man, in this community that have stepped up to the table across the United States that it really has said, hey, listen, we're going to make an impact in our own city and state.
Now, is Grapevine and Oklahoma, are those the first two that you started with, and where is the next places that you all are trying to go?
Man, I wish I could tell you all of them, man. It's crazy. We've territories is Grapevine, Texas, all of Oklahoma, not just Tulsa, all of Oklahoma. We have also Wisconsin that we're working on. That is Green Bay, Appleton, as well as Milwaukee. We have Wichita, Kansas. We have Gulfport, Mississippi. We are trying to touch every single way. And it's funny because one of my friends just called me and told me to take over Panama City. So it is, I mean, it's just wild. It is just wild how the opportunity right now is presenting itself in front of the world.
Now, are you all planning on doing like just a women, like a girls' league, or is it going to be mixed from here on out, or is it going to be split up?
It's going to be a mixture, right? We want girls to feel. I mean, we don't want it to be just to the point where we segregate it, right? Where girls step away and feel like they can't play with the boys. I've seen more girls that's way talented than boys could ever be. And so with that, we want co-ed. We want an all-girls league. We want an all-boys league. Whatever that works for the community, we're willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the rules of this football league?
Now, are you talking about age groups or
age groups?
Okay.
So
go ahead.
The tendencies on how many flags? Is it single flag, double flag? Give
Hey,
me.
hold on. Y'all supposed to be the big dog show. Y'all supposed to know all the stuff about flag football.
Well, we're trying to get you.
We're trying to let everybody know what's going on here.
Yeah, because what we think might be flag football is not what y'all talking about is flag football. So we're just trying to get a very good understanding of what, because in Oklahoma we play ball. We put our hand in the dirt and put your cleats on.
Let's clear the air. Y'all know Texas football is big. Come on now. We don't listen. We shut everything down on Friday night. Y'all still got barbecues going on. We don't do no barbecues on Friday night.
We can't help that. We're gonna do our cue.
Yeah, we're
gonna do our cue and eat.
we don't eat the barbecue.
And we're gonna make sure we got some smoked bologna on the pit.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Oh man. So to make it easy for you, since you up there in Oklahoma, the way it rolls is there's 2 flags, not one. The kids can play from 4 years old up to 14. This season, I think we're doing 6-game season this season, and then we'll go back to an 8-game season in the fall. But that's about it. It's normal football rules. We take the field and we actually cut it in half. And so we have 2 games going on at one time on one field.
Okay. So you say normal football rules. I know with our Pee-wee tackle football, you got a stripe system where if you're a 2-striper, you can't play running back, things of that nature. Is there any restrictions on what position you can play? What are the restrictions on how you can use your hands to block for someone? What are those things?
So you can't flag guard. When you get inside the 5-yard line, it's pass only. So no running inside the 5. You can't rush. If the quarterback runs, of course you can go after him, but normally no rushing. It's basically football. I mean, they can still throw flags and everything.
And one thing you guys got to know is that anybody can be a quarterback, anybody can be a receiver, anybody can be a lineman. So like you talked about, right? In tackle, in Pee-wee, you can't be a running back at 206 pounds, right? You got to be a lineman.
Right.
Well, no, you can be a running back, you can be a quarterback, you can be a receiver, you can be anything you want.
Okay. See those things people need to know. So when our parents come out there, they not ready to go jump on the ref because they done did something and don't even know the rules. You know what I'm saying?
It's already happened.
So we don't need no refs getting jumped up, and we don't need no police officers, arresting people because somebody mama done came out the stands. We don't need none of that.
Now we do have a rule. Parents got to stay on the sideline. And not come onto the field.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think that's anybody's rule, but it don't mean they don't do it.
Hey, what you say? Everybody has a rule, but they just don't follow all the rules. Right?
That's it. So have you all seen good response from the players, from the young men that's trying to come out, where it's so popular that you got to have a waiting list and everybody's not able to play?
Yeah, I mean, it's been very positive. I think to get back the results from people, and it's really the community. I think the kids have embraced it. We've had kids that felt like now they get to wear their jersey to school. They get to keep that. That's something that they can be proud of. But then the parents are proud. The parents are proud that someone brought something to their city and didn't promise, didn't say, make a promise that they didn't keep. And so the biggest thing is the community for us. If the community embraces it, man, I think we can continue this for a long, long time.
Okay. See, I like it because I've always told people that want their children to play Pee Wee football. I always said, let them play flag first to learn the fundamentals, learn the different rules, learn how to catch, learn different fundamentals about the game before you have them go play Pee Wee football, And so I like that, because now you have a more of an outlet, because in this part of the neighborhood in Tulsa, you really don't hear about flag football. Now, if you go out south and other neighborhoods, my son played flag football when he was young. And so I like that you all are exposing our young people to something that we don't really hear about. And if you're not real talented and real forceful and mean, you still have something that you can do. I like that.
But see, I don't think flag would have helped my boys. My boys was big. So we need to put our hand in the dirt and put a cleats on.
Only thing will help your boy is you put a rump roast in somebody's pocket.
I'm just saying, flag helped some, but mine was physical. So mine needed to put them pads on.
So what happens if you do have someone that go out there and they get overzealous and they tackle somebody? What are the rules? Do they get fined? Not fined, Lord.
A flag
and kicked out, or a warning? How does that work?
Unnecessary roughness.
They get a warning first, and then depending on the ref and how many times he has to warn that kid or multiple kids, then he starts putting them out. So they do. I mean, there's some leniency, but they are told no. You need to watch it, or this or that. So yeah, they will get flagged or thrown out.
Okay. So where is it that people, if they want to play for the fall, where is it that they can go and sign up? And how many people are y'all children allowing to play in the fall?
Yeah, we don't have a cap on it. We want all kids to play. And so what they can do is they can actually go to our Facebook or Instagram, so Driven NFL Flag, or they can go to the website, drivennflflag.com. And we're going to also, so fall opens up, we're getting ready to kick off a couple, I think 4 camps in July. So we're going to have more information to come on those camps. And that's open to everyone, where they'll basically learn all they need to know about flag football.
Okay. Make sure you shoot me those those dates, Reggie, so we can make sure that we out there and we can publicize it and let people know about it.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Now, Don, we're gonna take a quick break, but you cannot get off here without us talking ball, real football.
Ball.
Is that agreeable?
Let's do this. Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come right back. Y'all listen to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Don't get this song twisted. All glory to God. I can do nothing by myself. I can only brag on what he's done in my life. Hop out the bed, my wife still sleep. Yeah. Slapping the track, want a Mac 11 beats. Right. This is a missile, hit heat seek. Incoming, about to hit the street.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Come on. My name is AJ. Come shop at Oasis Fresh Market, 1725 North Peoria, where we want people to be seen, safe, and heard. And how do we do that? That's through you. This is your neighborhood grocery store. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. We are also helping with utility assistance. You need help with your rent. You need help with your gas, water, electric. We got you. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. More than just groceries, equipping for life. Shop at Oasis, baby.
Shop at Oasis.
It's your boy Negro Spiritual 121, representing Negro Nights every Sunday night at 8 p.m. with Sheena K from around the way, Crystal Renee, and my boy Mutz here on KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio, where we tell our stories our way.
Welcome to the Doghouse. And now, introducing the legendary Drone and Young. We talk sports, we talk news, inform you who win or lose. It's
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM. All right, now we finna to talk some ball. We finna to talk about a little bit of history with Mr. Donald Driver on this show. We ready. We ready. We ready to go. You ready for this, Mr. Driver? You ready for this?
Come on, let's do this. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Now the question. Now you came from humble beginnings. We a little bit of history about who you are. You came from humble beginnings, and you did some things that you today you probably wouldn't recommend, but you had to do to help your family. What was that like during that time growing up in the area that you was in? Did you ever see yourself making it to the NFL or could make it to the NFL?
You know, I'll say this, fellas. It was always a dream. I think every kid that plays the game of football since Pee Wee League dream of playing in the National Football League. Did I ever think that fruition would come true? Probably not, right? I mean, I was living a life that I saw every day, and that was selling drugs, stealing, robbing. But, you know, one thing that I've always realized is that my grandmother, mom, and dad always forced, my grandparents always forced me to get an education. My grandfather used to always tell me that one thing they can always take away from you is that ball, but they can't take that piece of paper from you. And really, I never understood that until I was in college, because my grandfather never, when I lived with my grandparents, they never came to a football game. They never came to a basketball game, never came to a track meet, never came to a baseball game. And as a kid, you just think your parents don't love you, right? You just like, man, why are they not showing up to support me? But my grandfather used to always leave. I'll leave a ticket for him for every single sport I played to come to a game, and he would always say, I'm not coming. All I care about is the piece of paper. Well, it didn't dawn on me until I was in college when I realized that my grandfather only had an 8th grade education. And he wanted to make sure that that's one thing that I did was I would be the first in my family to go on to college and graduate. That's what he wanted to see. And I made the wishes come true. And so for that, I think a lot of guys, you know, we all have hopes, we all have dreams, but we never know what, if it ever make out of it. I wanted to know, I knew that was my only opportunity out of the neighborhood that I grew up in. That's still my neighborhood. That's still my hood. That's still where I go back to. But, you know, so many guys look up to me now and say, man, you made it out. Well, we all probably could have made it out, man, if we took it as serious as you did.
Now, the college that you chose to go to was a historical black college, HBCU, which is Alcorn State. What made you choose Alcorn State?
Well, it was my grandfather. I probably would have never went to HBCU if it wasn't for my grandfather. My grandfather, you know, they grew up in a time where, you know, racism was big. Segregation was there, man. And he really thought, you know, in his time, he was like, listen, they're not going to treat you right if you go to one of these big white schools. And I didn't think of it like that. I just thought it was my opportunity to go to a Texas Tech or Texas A&M or, you know, being right there at home, going to Texas U of H and something like that. But then the opportunity came where I wanted to go to Miami. That was the school I wanted to go to in Texas A&M. And then all of a sudden, I got both of those scholarships, but my grandfather wanted me to commit to HBCU. And Alcorn State was the only HBCU that offered me. I mean, I grew up in Houston. I had Prairie View and Texas Southern right there, and neither one of them offered me because they knew that I wasn't going. I was the number one receiver in Texas. And so I think at that point, they were just like, this kid is not going to HBCU. But I made my grandfather proud, man. I went to HBCU, got my degree in accounting, and I knew that was the thing that he really cared for. And he showed up. My last game, college game, that was the last game he showed up to when we played Jackson State. And I made him proud, man. I got the piece of paper, and I turned around and got drafted. So I guess it was a win-win situation.
Now, for our listeners, what is it like at a HBCU? What is it that the experience that someone will receive by going to an HBCU?
For me, it was all about opportunity to see our culture grow, right? I think that's why I went there. So many people say you can't come out of HBCU and be successful. Well, to this day, I mean, it's a proven fact. I'm a successful entrepreneur. I've been able to sit at some tables with some of the most successful people in the world. And it's been a plus and a positive. And I think so many people look at us and don't think we can sit at the table. We're not welcome to be at the table. But we've proven. We've proven that we deserve to be there. I proved that I need to be in the National Football League. I still feel to this day that I should have been a first-round draft pick, but I came from an HBCU, and they felt like I couldn't play at that talent. But then you look at what I've been able to do in my career, 14 years in the National Football League. I retired when I wanted to retire. It wasn't like I couldn't play anymore. I retired because I was done. And then I became the all-time Packer League receiver in franchise history. From an HBCU, as a 7th-round draft pick, that is a Cinderella story. And so people ask the question all the time is like, so what's next? I said, well, the next thing I hope to get is that gold jacket. Because I think I've proven everything on and off the field what I've been able to do.
Now, when you went to the HBCU, did you know the rich history of black athletes coming out of a HBCU going to the NFL? And I think it's right now the Hall of Fame. I think it's about 9 former HBCU players that are in the Hall of Fame. Did you know about the history of the athletes?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that was the thing that I think was exciting. When you think about all the guys that played in HBCU, from Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, you start thinking about it, Michael Strahan, Aeneas Williams. I mean, you go back in history and think about Mel Blount. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Hall of Famers and great legends that played at HBCUs. And you had to learn that. And it did. It took me time because early when I first got there, I didn't know all the guys that came from the HBCUs and went on to play in the National Football League. But then you start to study the game like I did. Then you realize, man, I can be one of those guys one day. My favorite player was Jerry Rice growing up. And then I had the pleasure of playing against Jerry and then being in the Pro Bowl with Jerry. I mean, who gets those opportunities, right? And so it's been a true blessing, man.
Now, you play with Steve McNair was at Alcorn State when you was there, correct?
Correct.
What was it like with all the hype that was around him? Because that's all you was hearing about. What was that atmosphere like with all that hype surrounding Steve McNair?
It was like playing in the National Football League. And I told somebody, I said, if the National Football League is like this, oh my God, I can't wait to get there. Every single week every single week it was a show. That guy put on a show every single week. And it was great to call him my teammate, but also call him my friend, right? And so we had a great career in college together, and then able to play against each other in the National Football League was great. And then to hang out after when it's all said and done, man, all season comes around, you guys are just hanging out together, enjoying life, and just, everything that comes with it.
Now, this week you have the NFL draft. In 1999, you were a 7th-round pick. What is that day like? Waiting to hear if your name is going to be called. Did someone talk to you and let you know, hey, this day we might end up calling your name? What is that like?
It's the worst day of your life. People always say it's the greatest moment of your life, but some guys it's the worst, right? For me, I would say it was both because I waited until the 7th round before I got that phone call. The 49ers called me and said, "Hey, Donald, we're looking at drafting you with the first pick in the 4th round," and they end up taking another receiver, Ty Streaks from Michigan.
Bad move.
And I know, right? And then I sat there, and it's funny that you guys say this. I sat there and sat there and sat there. 27 receivers got taken off the board that year. 27. And I played longer than every single one of them. There's only one person out of that draft that has more yards and catches than me, and his name is Torrey Holt. That's it.
Wow.
So if I don't supposed to be a first rounder, then you tell me who.
Now, Donald, you played with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. What is the difference between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers?
Oh man, come on, it's night and day. You got the country boy. Man, from the hearts of Mississippi. And then you got Cali. You got the Hollywood swinger. But most of them, man, there are two different styles of players. Brett Favre is the guy that he's called the gunslinger for a reason. He's going to take every opportunity to make a play, a wild play. But then you got Aaron. Aaron's going to take what the defense gives him. And that's what made him successful. The gunslinger, that's what made him successful. So not too many people can say they play with 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But I'll tell you this, I don't think either one of them will say they made us. I can say our receiver group made them.
Now, was it a big change? Because I know different quarterbacks has different velocity on the ball, different spins on the ball. What type was it a big change going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers' ball?
Man, no, man. Listen, this is one thing I've learned, man. My mom always told me somebody gonna throw it to you. You just got to catch it. But my grandmother could have been throwing me that ball. I still got to catch it. That's the only way I eat.
True. Because, you always hear it say, like, if a left-handed quarterback throw the ball, it's a different spin, so you have to adjust. Or if someone that rocket the ball in got an arm like Brett Favre, you have to adjust to the velocity of the ball, things of that nature. Who throws the ball harder, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre?
Brett Favre, hands down. Brett Favre throws harder than anybody. Anybody that ever played in the National Football League, Brett Favre does. I mean, he's broken more fingers of mine than anybody. So, but Aaron throws hard too. Aaron throws hard when he's mad at you. So if he's trying to make a statement, he'll throw it as hard as he can. But Brett throws hard every single play. You run a 5-yard out, you run a little 3-yard route, he's going to throw it as hard as he can. He's going to try to break a finger. That's what he took pride in. If I can break your finger, I'm there. I'm good. And so I know he broke mine. So my second year in the league, he broke my finger running a hitch route. Because I called him, I told him he throw like a girl. So he proved me wrong.
Now what? Now I got to go there. What made you tell him that he throws like a girl?
Because I can catch. That's the difference, right? I trust my hands. He trusts his ball, right? So I told him he threw like a girl. He told me to line up, get one more route. I said no because I knew he was going to throw it hard. But I was in my second year in the league, and Mike Sherman made me get up there, and he chunked one at me, and I caught it, and I told him he still threw like a girl, but he broke my finger that year.
So because I look at Brett Favre highlights, and he's always joking and having fun. Did that type of spirit make the playing the game in Green Bay a lot easier?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I think that was the most exciting part, man. That he used to always say he wasn't very vocal. Brett wasn't a vocal guy. Brett would always say, "Watch me play, and I hope you guys play like me." Right? And he played the game so fun, man, with so much energy, and that's the reason why I think I mimic myself after him. And he would always tell me, "Man, don't ever let nobody see that you're hurt." And so I would get up, even though I knew that he set me up, with my head knocked off. But I get a smile and get back to the huddle, and then he'll kind of look at me and say, "You good?" And I'll shake my head, "No, but I'm okay though. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make it work." So, yeah, man, it was just fun, man. It was exciting to play with him. Again, I'm blessed to be able to say I played with 2 of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Now, in 2013, you had a statue in a street named after you in Green Bay. What was that feeling like, especially to know where you came from and now you have a street and a statue named after you? What was that feeling?
Words can't even express it. It was one of the most exciting moments of my career. I didn't know that I was getting a statue. The statue that is actually now me, it used to be the statue of the Hall of Fame, the Green Bay Hall of Fame. It was a statue that had been there for years. And the guy that bought it, when I retired, he said, Donald, this is going to be you moving forward. We're going to make this statue you. And we did a revealing of the statue. There's only 3 people in Green Bay that has a statue: Vince Lombardi, Curly Lambeau, and myself. So I think that shows you what I've done in the community over 14 years, but now of playing the game, but over 23 years of just being ingrained in the state of Wisconsin.
Now, and I'm trying to see, being a black man, to be one of the 3 individuals to have a statue in Green Bay, Wisconsin, do that add a little bit of joy and pride and understanding, hey, my grandfather, my grandmother, they wanted me to get a piece of paper, but to see this on top of me getting a piece of paper, did that add a little bit more oomph to how you was feeling?
I think everything that you accomplish in life brings some value to you, right? And for me to have a statue in Green Bay, to have a street named after me, it was surreal because I never thought it would ever happen, right? So now to have people fly to Wisconsin to just go see that statue, man, it's a proud moment. My grandmother, my mom, my dad, all of them rest in peace. They've all experienced that moment with me. And those are things that we'll be able to share forever. But the thing that I tell my son and my daughters now is that they'll be able to take their kids back to Green Bay, and that statue will still be there, and that street will still be there. And so this is something that I think will be able to go down in history as a great accomplishment that I've been able to do. So my grandkids will be able to look back and say, this is my grandfather, right? And so that's exciting.
Okay, tell us. We've talked to several players who played in Green Bay and played on Lambeau Field. Tell us one of these old frozen tundra stories.
Man, there's a lot of them. I would say the coldest game I ever played in was the NFC Championship game against the Giants. It was 31 below zero with the wind chill.
Ooh,
coldest game
Jesus.
in the history. Second coldest game in Lambeau Field besides the Ice Bowl. And man, I mean, we played well. It's just unfortunate. Plexico Burrs, he had the best of us that night, and as you know, they went on to win the Super Bowl that year. But it was exciting, man. That was one of the coldest games I ever played in. But the atmosphere, if you've never been to Green Bay, the best experience is to catch it when it's a cold game. You're going to see something you're going to experience something you never experienced in your life. But I got to experience it for 14 years, man. And I tell you, the fans, they're the best in the world. I know you guys are Cowboy fans, but you know how you guys are, man. Y'all either love your team or hate your team. That's one thing about Green Bay. Regardless, win, lose, man, they're going to be their supporters. They're not leaving the stadium no time early because if there's a chance that we have a chance of coming back, believe me, they're not going to leave the stadium.
Now, when you won your
31 degrees below zero.
Hey, man, I don't want to experience it. I thought when we played in high school that game was ice and snow on the ground was cold. No, I got to be getting paid millions of dollars for me to play in 31-degree weather below zero. So
you gotta love the game, man.
Yes, you do. You sure do. And that money got to be right, too, to be playing that type of weather.
Yeah, I needed to see it in my bank account Monday afternoon, bro. I need all of mine.
Because when you said y'all need to go experience a cold game in Lambeau, I said, no, I'll pass on that one.
Because I heard the wind don't stop. I heard the wind blow right through the stadium, and it comes right off of the lake. Yeah, I'm cool on all that.
Me and cold ain't friends.
No. Hey, man, you're in the wrong city. You're in the wrong state, man. That's Chicago, man. We ain't got no lake by us, man.
Hey,
ain't no lake coming off Green Bay, man.
Hey, that's not that wasn't me. It's just cold down in Green Bay, Wisconsin. My family in Milwaukee. They keep all that. Keep all that.
Yeah, I tell them, man, we right. You got to remember, we're like maybe couple of hours from the North Pole. That's it. Santa Claus up there, man.
No, y'all,
A couple of hours from the North Pole.
They can keep their weather. Nope. I pass on that one. I was at the football game the other night because we got a girls football team up here called the Tulsa Threat. And I was at their game the other night, and it started sprinkling. I said, "Okay, time for me to go." Nope.
So you soft as a teddy bear.
Hey, I stopped.
You soft and you got a dog show.
I stopped sitting in the rain for high school games and stuff like that when my son and them stopped playing.
Yep.
Once they stop playing, me sitting in the rain,
Nah, you don't do none of that.
No.
It has to be nice and sunny.
Yeah, I like playing in the rain, but no, I don't want to be sitting. No.
Yeah, I'm cool on all that.
Now, when you won your Super Bowl ring, what was, tell the people, what was that feeling like when you finally reached the pinnacle of the NFL?
Greatest moment of your life, man. Because I think we all dream one day. We watch all these games, especially from a kid. You watch these teams win. You know, I grew up in Houston, Texas, so I grew up an Oilers fan. And when the Oilers lost to Buffalo, man, that defeated me because that was the first time I thought the Houston Oilers was bringing the Super Bowl back to the house. And then I switched over, man. I switched over to be a Cowboys fan.
There you go. Good job. There you go.
Hey, the only reason I switched over, man, because they took my team to Nashville. That's the only reason I switched over. If they didn't take my team to Nashville, man, I'd have still been an Oilers fan. My boy Steve McNair was playing for the Oilers, so I was all in. But man, listen, I'll say this, man, is greatest moment of your life. Because now no one could ever take that away from me. I'm a Super Bowl champion, and there's a lot of guys that never get that opportunity to become a Super Bowl champion. You know, so you got to appreciate every moment of it because it's hard to get there. There's only one person, man, I take my hat off to him, and that's Tom Brady. To win 7 of those things, man, he was blessed to do it, and most guys just can't. You know, most guys don't get that opportunity. So he's given a lot of guys an opportunity to have a Super Bowl ring.
Now, who was the toughest corner that you had to go against?
Oh man, I respect every corner that I ever played against from 1998 all the way through, man. But I don't know, man. I couldn't pick one guy over the other. It was a lot of great guys, but there was nobody that ever stopped me. You know, I mean, you can try to contain me, but there's no stopping me. And so I loved every guy I played against. It was always a battle, but I couldn't pick one guy over, hundreds of guys that I played against every single season.
Now, when you did Dancing with the Stars, was it because that competitor juice started coming back? What made you to say, okay, I'm gonna do this?
Man, my agent called me. I love the show. I'm a big reality guy. I love challenges, and so Dancing with the Stars was a challenge for me. I've been watching this show since I'm a big boxing fan, so I've been watching the show since Vander Holyfield got on the show, and Vander was terrible. He was a terrible person to be on that show, but I watched him because I loved him, and to watch that, I was like, man, if I ever get on that show, really joking, right? Never thought in a million years I'd get on the show. I was like, man, if I ever get on that show, I'm gonna win it. And unfold, man, 14 seasons went by, and I get the phone call, Donald, we want you to be on Dance with the Stars. And man, my attitude changed so fast. I was scared, nervous, because it was out of my comfort zone. I wasn't catching the football, wasn't running routes. So I had to turn my game up, and my partner, Peter Megatron, was phenomenal. She said, she's from Australia, so she used to say, babe, you got to come with it, babe. Football players got to work. And so I told her, I said, listen, I'm going to tell you this. If we got Packer Nation behind us, I can promise you, we'll never make it to the bottom. And we never made it to the bottom, and so we got there, and then it just putting in time and effort, man. It was 10 hours a week every single day. I moved my family because I knew that I couldn't be away from them. If I wanted to win the show, I needed them there with me every single day. And so, man, it was a great experience. Now where I go places, I can go all over the world now. And I think people know me from football. They just smile. They laugh and go, I know you. I said, oh, yeah, I played football for the Packers. They go, no. I said, okay, let me go ahead and tell you. I went on a show called Dance with the Stars. Yeah, you the guy that won. And, hey, I get love. So all over the world right now, man, people know me for Dancing with the Stars, not playing football.
Are you prouder of that ball, Dance with the Stars ball, or that Super Bowl ring at Lombardi?
Man, I gotta say both. And the reason, and I know people always say, man, you gotta say football. And I would say both because for me, the pinnacle was winning the Super Bowl. For Peter, the pinnacle was winning Dancing with the Stars. And so she became the face of Dancing with the Stars after we won. And she grew fast. I mean, she became one of the most successful people on Dancing with the Stars than any other contestant. And so with that, it allowed me to give her a career by winning and gave myself another career. So I was blessed, man. And then after that, I went on all different shows from Ellen to Oprah to GMA. I was all over the place. Katie Couric. I mean, you name it, I was on the show. The View. I was on there with Sherry Shepherd, my girl, man. So we just had a blast.
Now, let's talk some current football. The state of Green Bay. You know, we got to get off because we got some Green Bay listeners, and if I don't talk about them, I got to hear it because my barber's son is a Green Bay Packer fan. We don't know how that happened, and my nephew is a Green Bay Packer fan. So
I knew you had somebody in the family.
So, what do you think Green Bay is going to do this year? What do they have to do to make it over that hump?
Well, I'll say this, is that I don't think every year I've always said the Packers have the opportunity to get to the Super Bowl, and they've proven that for the last 3 years, right? Making it to the postseason, winning, going to 2 NFC Championship games, and then, unfortunately losing. And so, but now when they let the number one receiver in the nation go, everyone was like, oh, what are they doing? MBS left, and then you get Devontae Adams left. You start questioning, like, they don't have enough weapons. But then Sammy Watkins, he's in Green Bay now. And so that's an opportunity that you've taken talent away, but you brought talent in. And so now it's an opportunity for the Packers to get back to the postseason. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I think that they have an opportunity to get back to the postseason. Anytime you got Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, man, there's an opportunity there. And the young guys, they just got to buy into his system. That's how it works. When he became the starting quarterback with us, we was already groomed. Everybody was in their 6, 7, 8 year. And we just kind of took him under our wings and said, let's go to work. So we were blessed to be able to do that. But now he's the leader. He can lead the team, or the team can think either way. But he's been a leader for the last, 16, 17 years.
Now, Kansas City has lost Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. Do you think that's going to make a big difference in their offense that they run, even though they still got Patrick Mahomes?
Listen, Cheetah was one of the best receivers to ever play the game as well, right? He can put you in situations where most people can't. He can be in a slot, he can be out wide, he can be a running back, he can even go to quarterback. So Kansas City's going to miss that. They're going to miss that opportunity to be able to use him wherever they want. He was a big playmaker, and so now they got to find that. They got to find somebody that replaced that, and that's hard to do. It's hard to replace someone. But I think for him, it was a great opportunity for him now financially to be able to take care of his family the rest of his life. And I think that's what a lot of guys look at this game, because this game is not promised to us. We want the big contract, and we deserve the big contract. And now these guys deserve every dime they get, because it's going to come to an end. And these guys want to, and a lot of us, when you talk about a lot of African Americans, we're starting to try to figure out what's that's next, and that's generational wealth. We got to start building that up together.
Now, how often do you go back and talk to present players about finances, about generational wealth, about what it's like to be in the NFL as a receiver, things like that? How often do you do those talks?
I do a lot of corporate events. So, I basically tell my story, where I was from, where I come from now, and where I'm going, right? So I've been able and been blessed to be able to do that. And so when the opportunity comes where a former player or a current player or just someone in life just wants to hear it, I'm able to tell them, don't make the mistakes that a lot of people make, because as you know, and you heard it for years, we've been known to go broke. And now guys are realizing that we can't do that anymore. It's about building that. And so you're either going to get out of the situation and make somebody of yourself, or you're going to stay in the situation. There's only two things can happen. And so I think a lot of guys now realize that this is an opportunity for them to be able to have some type of stability and financial security for the rest of their life.
Now, I didn't really care too much, and we got to talk about Dallas. I got to ask the question. I didn't really like Amari Cooper being let go, but I understand it, the business side of everything. How bad do you think Dallas is going to miss that veteran in that lineup?
You know, Cooper was one of those guys that, man, he was he was a solid assassin, right? You never knew what he was going to do. And when he came out there and played every week in and week out, the opportunity presented itself. He got the ball. He was making plays. You know, you got a good other receiver on the other side, man. CD Lamb, he's good, man. He's a good player. The biggest thing with him is just being consistent. So he can make the plays. He's a Pro Bowl guy. Hoping that he continue his career, stay healthy. You know, you never know, man. He can be a Hall of Famer. You got one of the best quarterbacks to come off an injury like he's been able to come off that, to be able to now show that he deserved every dime that he acquired. And the biggest thing is you got a young running back. Zeke is still there. He ain't going nowhere. He's still positive. But you got the weapons. You got the weapons. You just gotta put it all together, man. And I think that's the only thing that the Cowboys missing is how do we put it together? How do we win in clutch situations to get us over the hump?
Now, San Francisco, they have the dilemma of Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo. If you was in that locker room, and I know sometimes a lot of people don't like to speak about other teams and things like that, but if you was in that locker room, would you want a veteran quarterback or that second-year quarterback that never played a lot of down, maybe five times on the field, or would you rather have that veteran quarterback?
Listen, I'll say this. Everyone's tried to prove Jimmy G wrong, and he's proved everyone right, right? He's done everything possible. He's done everything right in New England. Then he goes on to go to 49ers, and everybody said they were not going to beat the Packers. They were not going to beat the Packers. What did he do? He beat the Packers. So give the man credit, man. I love veteran guys. I love young guys. It's all about opportunities. If the young guy gets opportunity, landed opportunity, it'd be great for him. But man, listen, if my back is against the wall, I'm going with the guy that can pull it out and do it every single week, and that's Jimmy G.
Okay. So other than the Green Bay Packers, with what you see, I know the draft is this week, but just looking at rosters now, if you had to choose, which AFC team would you choose to make the Super Bowl and which NFC team?
Ooh, wow. That's a good one. Come on in, Terry. Man, God, let me think about this. Wow. AFC. Woo! Man, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. I don't know. Because I think you never know. I'll go with this because I know they got one of the best teams in the league. I'm going with Buffalo.
Okay.
I'm riding with Buffalo.
Okay. Now, what is it about Allen that you see, before you answer the second part, what is it about Allen that you see that makes him so successful and dynamic?
Man, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. I think that's the most exciting part. I think when, everyone's doubted him for years, that, he gets there and then he can't finish. He gets there and he can't finish. I mean, we all know, man, this was probably the best playoff season we've ever had in National Football League. Every game went down to the wire. We couldn't leave out. As you know, most times, game will blow out. You're going to get you a couple more drinks and something to eat. I think everybody stayed in every room watching the game to the final whistle. And so he's one of those guys that can get you there. It's just unfortunately he wasn't on the field at the time when the big play needed to be made. It was the other team. So he's a great player, great quarterback. I think he has a bright future.
Okay, two more questions. NFC, who you got?
NFC. Come on, man. I got to go with the Pack, man.
No, if you can't choose the Packers, who do you got?
Oh, God. Dang. All right. If I can't choose the Pack, man, I'm going to say, just because I've been looking around, I'm going 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah, 49ers, it seems to, I'll say this here. If they get rid of D, they in trouble. Then I can't pick them. So, Debo got to stay. If Debo fans go bye-bye, they go bye-bye. So they better realize that the kid won every game for them. That kid is a hell of a player. He stay healthy. He keep playing at a high level. I can see that dude one day, like everybody else, man. The kid can be a Hall of Famer. He's exciting to watch. I love the way his game is played, and he can play any position. So I'm going 49ers for now. If Debo leaves, then we'll be on this call again, and I may have to pick your boys, man. I have to pick them boys.
Okay. Now,
I got one more question.
Okay.
What do you think about Josh Jacobs? You know, he's a local kid from north side of Tulsa.
What about him?
What do you think about him?
He's good. I mean, you know, he's a learning curve like everybody else, right? Great player, but it's one of those things. He's gonna have the opportunity to present himself. He just got to go out there and do it.
Now they changed They changed the NFL overtime rules for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Take out that you were the offensive player. And just look at it from just a regular fan. Do you like the new NFL overtime rule change for the playoffs?
Man, listen, I ain't like none of the rules for the playoffs. So, you know, I don't know, man. I think they're trying to find an opportunity to make the game more interesting. I think that's why they went into that. If you kick a field goal, they get the opportunity to kick a field goal. I grew up a time where it was just sudden death, man. The best team is going to win. And it was always good. Either your defense was solid or your offense was solid. Either way. Somebody got to go down and score. Kick a field goal or score a touchdown, game over. And I know because I had to live through a lot of those games where it goes down to the wire and it's either one play makes it. But that's what made the game fun. And so now they're trying to keep this. It's an offensive game, man. So they're trying to score as many points as possible and keep the game entertaining.
Russell Wilson to Denver.
They was crazy. I don't know what's wrong with Seattle.
Okay. So you think
we don't even need to talk about that. Well, listen, I told somebody, I said Russell was a fan of everybody now. He was at the Denver game, cheering Denver on, right? So man, we don't know I don't know what's going on. But that was the thing you got to remember is Seattle made a decision because what? It was their decision to make.
Right.
Right? Was it best for the organization? I don't think so. But everybody has to make a decision on what they look for their team. Denver felt like this was an opportunity to bring in Russell. They have an opportunity to do what? Win a Super Bowl. The exact same thing. If you can win a Super Bowl, then why not?
Okay. Now, before we go up here, we always have our guests give some encouraging words because we do have high schoolers and things of that nature listen to the show. What are some encouraging words that you can give someone?
And I'll say this to anybody that's out there listening to this show. There's things that we talk about, and I'm not trying to put any biblical things on anybody, right? But what I talk about is create your own identity. Know who you are as an individual. Build relationships, because relationships is the thing that's going to last forever. And then have a purpose. And if you have a purpose, you know why you're here. And so that's the things that I look at when you talk about creating a person's identity. That's what you got to have. You got to know who you are. You got to build relationships. You got to have a purpose in life.
All right. We want to thank Mr. Donald Driver and Mr. Reggie Osborne for coming on the show. We really do appreciate this. We enjoyed it a great deal. Please do not make this your last time coming on the show. When you come back to Tulsa, you have to come on 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show in person.
Yeah, we can make that work, man. We'll make that work for y'all.
Okay, all right.
Y'all let me know what y'all. I'll make sure I bring y'all a little gift, man. Bring y'all some, because y'all ain't. I gotta bring this dog out of y'all, man. That's what I gotta do.
Well, hey, in a minute we supposed to talk some ball, and you supposed to see me go off on my co-host over here because he think he knows something.
Man, listen, thank you guys so much, man, for having us on the show. I say me and Reggie, we appreciate it.
All right, and y'all, if you didn't receive your shirts today, they should be there hopefully by tomorrow because they were put in the mail.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold my breath. I can tell you that.
Okay, all right. Now, when you get it, just take a picture. You and Reggie take a picture and just send it to me.
We can do that.
All right. I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all coming on the show. We really do. Godspeed. Hey, and I expect to see you in the Hall of Fame, Donald.
Appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate that.
All right. You have a blessed day.
Man, you do the same.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. That was Mr. Donald Driver, Mr. Reggie Osborne. Hey, man, I love what we do, man.
Yeah.
I love what we do. To be able to talk to people that have so much wisdom, that went through some things, and they can tell other people what to do and what not to do, man. And that's real personable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they don't get, they just high and mighty and untouchable. Hey, man, I love that. I love that. I like that interview, man.
Man, he said 31 degrees.
No, 31 below.
Below zero. Playing football.
Hey, man, they can keep all that.
Man. And he said it with a straight face, like that was a great game.
Well, but I guess once you've been playing in it,
it might be not.
It's nothing to you. You know, you coming out in that adrenaline running, and you got the heaters on the sideline. You got to go. You know, so it's nothing to you. You know, and then to know that you finna get that paycheck on Monday morning.
Yeah.
you don't mind that 2.5 hours in that weather.
True.
You don't mind. You don't mind it. You don't mind it at all. But we're gonna be right back here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. And when we come back, we're gonna talk about the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
Hop out the bed, and my wife still sleep. Yeah. Slapping the track on a Mac 11 beats. All right. This is a missile. Hit heat seek. Incoming. About to hit the streets. Giving all I got, you know. It ain't no stop, just go.
Hey, everybody. This is Bobby Eaton of Eaton Media Services, located at 1533 North Norfolk, home of KBOB 89.9 FM. Also, we're taking donations for the community radio station. You can donate by going to Cash App, Eaton Media Services, or you can call and contact us at 832-443-9499. Again, that number is 832-443-9499. Looking forward to hearing from you from our community radio station. And our motto is, we tell our stories our way.
If your credit starts with a 3, 4, 5, or 6, this is for you. Did you know that it's costing you to have bad credit? You can't get qualified for that house or apartment and you're paying high interest rates, along with paying high car insurance, and it may be costing you that job that you really want. What are you waiting on? Take more of a holistic approach. Pick up the phone and call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. With 13 amazing services, we restore and repair generations to come. Once again, call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. If you know better, you do better. Only the Credit Shiro can help you to save the day.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Sickle cell disease is the #1 genetic blood disorder in the world that can cause many health complications throughout an individual's life. Over 1,700 people in Oklahoma live with the daily challenges of sickle cell disease. Thousands more carry the sickle cell trait.
Support as a family with sickle cell disease. It's an exclusive, comprehensive organization that serves Oklahoma's sickle cell community. Our mission is to effect systematic change in the areas of patient care, education, advocacy, and awareness, and to improve the quality of life for sickle cell patients in their families.
Supporters of Families offers programs such as mentoring, advocacy and family support, sickle cell camp, and much more.
We have 2 offices, one in Tulsa, one in Oklahoma City. You also can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then for more information, you can call 918-619-6174 or go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
Shop at Oasis.
Come on. My name is AJ. Come shop at Oasis Fresh Market, 1725 North Peoria, where we want people to be seen, safe, and heard. And how do we do that? That's through you. This is your neighborhood grocery store. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. We are also helping with utility assistance. You need help with your rent. You need help with your gas, water, electric. We got you. Come to Oasis Fresh Market. More than just groceries, equipping for life. Shop at Oasis, baby.
Shop at Oasis.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Hey, it's Denise with Addie Mae's Food for the Soul, where we cater to vegan, pescatarian, and everyday sultry soul food. We have meatloaf Mondays, taco Tuesdays, chicken wing Wednesday, turkey and dressing Thursday, fish Fridays, barbecue Saturdays, and Sundays is our sultry soul foods. We're located at 5266 North Peoria. You can contact us for call-in orders at 918-845-2989, and we also deliver with DoorDash. Hope to see you soon.
What's up, y'all? This is Charlie Wilson, and you listen to K-Bob 89.9 FM, Bobby Eaton Show.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Once again, we want to thank Mr. Donald Driver and Mr. Reggie Osborne for gracing us with their presence on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. We also going to have some of the coaches here soon of the NFL driving flag football team. We're going to have a couple of coaches in here real soon once we get everything situated where we're going, you know.
Bet.
So, all right, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk ball. I'm gonna let you go first on your opinion of the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, which I told you that Brooklyn didn't put enough defense. They got only thing they can do is outscore a team, and if you shut that outscoring down, they done for. So what say yo?
Boston was the better team. They showed it game in and game out. Just because you have 2 superstars, you got to put some pieces around them, and I'm going to actually blame Ben Simmons, because I don't understand. You ain't played ball in almost a year, but your back hurt. How your back hurt, yo? How is your back hurt and you ain't played ball in 11 months?
He played in the rec center.
But that ain't no. I'm talking about when real live competition, what you get paid for.
Hey, but so you saying, hold on. So you saying playing at the rec center with Grandpa Henry and Papa Joe and all them and
Uncle Luke.
That's not real live football. You still got to run and hit and jump and everything else. That's not real live basketball.
But you're not getting paid for that. You ain't getting paid for rec ball. You get paid to be on the hard court against the best athletes in the world.
So you gonna blame this whole see, now you got me defending Ben Simmons. You always doing something. Because you cannot blame this whole thing on Ben Simmons. They were jacked up from the start before Ben Simmons.
True, but the Ben Simmons debacle didn't help.
It didn't help, but you cannot blame Ben Simmons for the downfall of the Brooklyn Nets getting swept.
He holds some part in this.
Hold on. So you actually thought Ben Simmons was going to score enough points to bring Brooklyn over the hump?
Well, he could have played a little bit of defense, something. But I blame Ben Simmons, and I also blame Steve Nash, because I didn't understand some of the coaching philosophies that he was.
He ain't got one.
I mean, you got a little bit of height on your bench, but you never utilized it.
Now, I did not understand why they wasn't playing Blake Griffin or LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's what I'm saying.
During the season, LaMarcus Aldridge was averaging 15 plus points a game when he played.
Right. So why you ain't letting him get some run in the playoffs? He's a veteran presence. He can play with his back against the basket. He can get you buckets and he can rebound. That's stuff they needed. And he didn't get no run. No burn at all.
Well, the thing is, the first 2 games without Williams, LaMarcus Aldridge could not keep up with Boston. LaMarcus Aldridge is not someone that can run the floor like that.
Okay.
And so he wouldn't be. I don't think he would have added anything as far as defense. Now he might have added something as far as offense, but as far as defense, I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge would have added anything to the defense that he could handle. Blake proved that he can at least take charges. So he was doing something on defense, and then he can give you something on offense. But I think it was too late then. By the time you get to game 3 and 4, now you want to insert Blake. Well, the momentum is gone. Boston done told you what they finna to do, and they finna to play defense. You're done for. It's over. So, I just think I blame Nash, but you gotta blame the 2 superstars. You cannot not blame the 2 superstars that played. Boston beat up on KD. People say, well, no, to me, Boston did the Jordan rules of this age against KD.
Yeah.
They couldn't beat him. They couldn't beat KD up like Detroit did Jordan because they would have been kicked out the game. But what they could do for this present time, they did. Every time he came off a cut, they hit him. Illegally. Every time he tried to shoot, they was up in his grill. They took the fight to them, to KD, and people want to say, well, KD done experienced that before. No, not the way Boston did.
No.
They haven't experienced what Boston was up in their grill. And Kyrie, I don't know where Kyrie went. Kyrie just went missing.
MIA.
After that first game, he did everything that he did and giving fingers to the crowd. And after that, it wasn't no more.
Yeah.
It was all she wrote.
I've been seeing a lot of KD in a Boston Celtics uniform. You think that's gonna happen?
Here on 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show, we don't talk about ignorant stuff. Do you actually think KD is supposed to go to ball? For real, I can't even believe that you actually asked me something like that.
Well,
good and well, KD ain't supposed to go to no Boston.
Well, we didn't think he was going to Golden State either. And what happened?
He's still under contract, and he is not going nowhere.
What that mean? What this NBA? What that mean? What does under contract mean?
What's the purpose? What was the reason he'll go to Boston?
Because he got swept by him, like he did with the like what the Golden State did to Thunder, and what happened next year? He said, "I'm jumping ship," and went right to the Warriors. So I can see him going to the Celtics. I mean, it's a viable question.
And Kate, and you know my answer. KD is not going to the Boston Celtics. I think Brooklyn need a new coach. I'm sorry to say, I just think Brooklyn need a new coach. And me personally, I would trade Kyrie. I would trade him. I would trade him and try to get some pieces. That's gonna help. You gotta have some defense. I don't think Blake Griffin's gonna be with them next year. I don't think Marcus Aldridge's gonna be with them next year. So there's 2 spots there. Joe Harris is really up in there, and really Joe Harris is the only one that played defense for Brooklyn. So
you're gonna say it's a whole new roster next year?
Yeah, I think you finna see an overhaul of this Brooklyn Nets roster, and you finna see a difference. But what the key is? Everybody's talking about Brooklyn, but we need to be talking about Boston. What Boston did and the way Boston playing, they are going to be hard to beat. And who they got next is probably going to most likely be the Milwaukee Bucks. No, I ain't going to say most likely. I'm guaranteeing it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks because I don't think Chicago have enough to beat Milwaukee even without Middleton.
So you're saying we're going to see a heavyweight fight next round?
Oh, yeah. It's not going 4-0. It's not going to be no sweat.
No.
I can tell you that now. They are not supposed to sweep Milwaukee. No. I'm not saying Milwaukee's going to win because Giannis will have to prove to me that he can make that 12 to 15-foot jumper on a consistent basis.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because I drop down, but what's helping is Williams is back. Robert Williams is back for Boston.
Yeah, which
solidifies that middle.
Yeah,
and so during the regular season they went 2-2, but that's with Middleton.
Well, we'll find out how really good the Greek Freak really is.
Yeah, we will. We will find out just how good he really is. But I think that it's going to be a knockout, drag out game. I do think that this series will go 7. What say y'all?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going out 7. So, I can't pick who's going to win, though. This is a pick 'em.
Yeah, it is. It's a pick 'em game. You really don't know what's going to happen with them. And so Dallas, Utah. I think Dallas is going to win this last game.
Yeah, send them home.
And it's going to be done for in Utah.
Yeah,
in Utah.
Jazz is through.
Yeah, very much so. It's a done deal. And then I think there's going to be an overhaul of the Utah Jazz.
Yes, most definitely. Because the way they constructed, they self-destruct. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Nuggets, Warriors since the end this.
Yeah, put the Nuggets out of their misery.
Yeah.
They really miss Murray.
They miss Murray and they miss Porter.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Because they don't have either one. But I think it's gonna be done for. I think Warriors is just too strong, especially when they got that lineup of Poole, Wiggins, Steph,
Green,
Clay, and Green in there. That lineup to me is just too strong. And then you have Gary Payton Jr. coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You have Looney coming off the bench.
Yep.
They haven't really been playing Kuminga that much, but you got him coming off the bench. Golden State, when they're clicking on all cylinders, they're just too strong for everybody. They're too strong, and I don't think anybody will beat them. Phoenix has to get Booker back.
Must.
If Phoenix don't get Booker back, it's a done deal.
Then Golden State coming out the West.
Yeah, if Phoenix don't get Booker back, Golden State would definitely come out the West.
Okay.
They would definitely come out the West if Phoenix don't get Booker back. They have to get Booker back. That's going to make a big difference with them. And so we're going to take a quick break here on the 2 Sports Talk Show, and we'll be right back. And we're going to end the show. We had an awesome show today, fellas. All right, here we go.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Searching for ways to grow your business? Or perhaps you would like to invest in Tulsa's African American community? The Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start. The Chamber was created to serve and increase the visibility of needs in our community. It is an umbrella organization for local businesses, the Tulsa Juneteenth Festival, BWS Black Women in Business, and the Grassroots Economic Development Fund known as BWS The Power Group. For more information about the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce or to donate to the Power Group, visit bwschamber.com.
If your credit starts with a 3, 4, 5, or 6, this is for you. Did you know that it's costing you to have bad credit? You can't get qualified for that house or apartment and you're paying high interest rates, along with paying high car insurance, and it may be costing you that job that you really want. What are you waiting on? Take more of a holistic approach. Pick up the phone and call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. With 13 amazing services, we restore and repair generations to come. Once again, call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. If you know better, you do better. Only the Credit Shiro can help you to save the day.
Welcome back to the 2 Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Like I said, once again, we want to thank Mr. Donald Driver for coming on the show. We want to thank him and Mr. Reggie Osborne for being on here. We appreciate what they're doing in Tulsa with the flag football team, NFL driving flag football, both girls and boys. We appreciate that. But make sure y'all tune in next week. Next week, we're going to have the head basketball coach of the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes on the show, Mr. Eric Conquer, the new boys head basketball coach. He's going to be on the show next week. So make sure y'all tune in next week to a $2 Sports Talk Show. Same place, same time, here at KBOB 89.9 FM. You bark at us, we bark back. Woo.